Welcome back everybody to the Dad Podcast. This is season 2. As you can see, it's not a show no more. We're in a little cafe called Chat and Chill here based in Lisburn. It's good to come in here and get a coffee. I do it most days, but again, I want to thank the lads for letting me come in here and use it for, as I said, season 2. So as you can see, I have a guest here now, of course, and it's a long-term friend of mine called Tommy Sangan. So Tommy, thanks for coming in.
No problem, Morty, thanks for having me.
And as I was saying off camera, it's our third chat now. I say it's the last one was a second.
Yeah, it's
I'm technical.
Yeah, the third time we're giving this a go now.
It is, but no, mate, I appreciate you coming on, as I said, and I know you tried to back out, but I was able to talk you around, so thank you.
Yeah, there wasn't much confidence built up there from you anyway, that's for sure.
I'm only minded. But no, we know each other a lifetime, as you know, and we've plenty to talk about here. And as I say, we've called this one Nostalgia Dad because again we're going to be going through our whole childhood and up into being dads ourselves. Obviously that's the whole purpose, because we're both fathers now. You're a bit longer in the tooth than I am, not you're 12-year veteran now, aren't you? Sort of coming to 13 years. Yeah, I'm only sort of 3 years, so yeah, you're a bit better than I am, but anyway.
I'll give you some advice when you
appreciate it.
Send me Alex around, Alex.
I think Nicky will take that, but I'm honest with you, the way he's been at the minute, so
yeah, I don't know, you ask the word what it's like.
But no, mate, like we grew up in Ballincourt Park.
Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant place in the world, like, you know, and we were talking off camera, and your mum had only let me know before the night before your wedding, we were talking about that, how we met.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I can't remember. I obviously wasn't in that conversation when it happened.
So basically, I was just telling me that, long story short, that the first experience when you got of each other was you coming through the door crying. Not because it bit you, but it pissed on you.
Pissed on me?
Apparently so. So basically, your mum was saying to me then, she was over at my mum's door, and my dad giving me the big announcement about your son's just pissed on my son. No, this, I think we're only about 4 years old or something. I can't remember this day.
I don't remember. I probably wouldn't be sitting here if I knew that, to be honest.
It's funny how, you know, that's how we met. You know, but again, I can't remember, I suppose. But I thought that was pretty funny, like. But
no, yeah. It's true, that's a weird one. Like, how did you meet your mate? Oh, he pissed on me.
He pissed on me, because there was a load of us, as you know, about this day. I think there were 7 or 8 of us, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was even more than that, don't you think about it? Like there was what, me, you, Scott, Brian, Andy, Ian, Stevie, Marty Bell.
I
think, Davey.
Johnny Stevenson, that's right. Yeah,
do you remember? There was the whole estate was full of fellas.
And then you had Shireen, you had Samantha, Metcalf, Lindsay Metcalf, Ruth, the Beaties.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, and they always had the ones that always came and went.
That's right.
A couple of them always moved into that one house in New Year's Street, but they didn't last too long. But
yeah, and it's a kind of street known as well for people not leaving. They always seem to move in, or if their parents move out, or their grannies, they move in. Their grandkids move in, don't they?
Yeah, it was like we
Maitlands as well. Yeah,
that's right. There's so many of them.
The Hicklands.
They never really came out. They more came out and gave off to us because of stuff we were doing.
We'll get started into that. So football's going over Ferners fans and stuff and getting the knife route.
I know. You know what? I remember the story actually. I was down working with my uncle David at the time at Duncan's Dam.
Yeah.
He used to do security around it, and I went down with him one day. I was just walking around doing what he normally does, and I found this ball. He goes, "Here, you can keep that." And I went, "Right, okay."
He's your neighbour, to be fair, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And this ball, like, it was like a really scruffy old ball. All the patches been pulled off it. Really, really crap ball, but whenever I kicked it, it went flying, so it was a great ball.
Yeah, especially at a young age.
Yeah, definitely. And we were playing out the back with it, like we always did with the House Valley, stuff like that there, and someone must have kicked it over the fence. You couldn't go into his back garden because you always had the big dog.
What were them dogs?
Dobermans, I think it was. Because there was Dobermans, 8 Dobermans, and then the one across to the right had the red Leicester dog, the red setter dog or something like that, remember?
Stole his golf shoes, didn't you? Or was that Andy stole his golf shoes?
Yeah.
Well, I've stolen blamed it on Andy.
But yeah, as we were saying about the ball, yeah, so this ball, it's like a real scrapped out ball, and we kicked it into his garden, and we went and knocked the door and asked for it back, and he gives it back, but it was flat. and we looked at it, I brought it in, and I told my uncle, look, he burst my ball.
Which uncle was it?
It was Davey, and he's like, no, leave it, and I went, no, what's a good ball, I wanted this ball. Yeah. He's burst it, and then we looked at it, and it's just like a slice in it, and he tried to say the dog had bit it. So anyway, we went to the door, and he said that obviously it wasn't, he didn't do it himself, it was the dog had done it.
Yeah.
So we left it, and I was raging, And then later on that afternoon, I got a knock on the door, and it was further at the door, and he had this brand new spanking Lifestyle Sports Premier Night ball.
He must have been terrible, didn't he?
He must have done something. Like, I think it was just guilt trip because he knew it caught on them. He did burst it. Like.
But again, as you said, he brings that in. It's but again, think about yourself. I have a kid. I don't know about you, but I have a kid. Put a ball in my garden, I just kick it back. If it hit my car, when you bother me, you know. When you,
Oh no!
You know,
If it hit the car, the ball would be way on the roof. Like.
Seriously?
Oh man, no way.
we were mad for that. Back
I
then.
know, but I know that's really strange because we used to get shouted all the time for playing football in the car park.
And then on the grass, I suppose, you try to play in the grass and they put up trees and all that there. And you moved out actually when we kind of destroyed them trees.
Well, they're still there. They're still there.
A load of them though, we took out and made it like a downhill Wembley.
Yes, that's right. No, you're right, because they didn't put trees on in the first place, but only put like 3 or 4. And then like, that's not stopping us. And we used actually turned them into nets. So the pitch instead of going up and down, it went like that.
Up and down.
Yeah.
It was a golf course and everything as well out there. Sort of, and remember the one we just smacked up in the trees? And I only found this out the other night. I don't know if Sammy ever told you this here. But remember we used to, I don't know, somebody would have brought a driver out. You were like, fucking driver, right? Stick a ball down and smack it as hard as you can up in the Fulmore, Corby Drive. But Sammy was telling me for years, like we used to smash his fucking guy's door. No, his garage, sorry, his, what do you call it, like a greenhouse. He used to smash fucking his mum and dad. So he was like the 4th house up. So the balls would just fucking flew up in the Corby. But
That definitely wasn't me. I wasn't
probably Brian Kidd.
Yeah, Brian Kidd. Just Brian Kidd. He was sitting here, he'd blame us.
Yeah, 100%.
Got us in trouble then.
But he was made of clay, wasn't he?
I know,
That's the only man I've seen fall out of trees 20 feet in the air and just fucking land his back and walk away. Made of clay, like.
He would slip off a curb, scratch his calf, and he ended up with a blood clot. And then he had to go to hospital. He had 5 blood clots in the one leg. Every time.
He was dangerous, he was. But,
he had no sense. Like.
Do you remember the bikes as well? He used to put the numbers in the bike.
Oh,
he used to fly down.
Yeah.
I was a wee bit more shitty than usual because I didn't like the speed of it, you know, where you boys were flying around the corner and then Brian obviously getting wiped out by cars and walking away. Just like nothing happened.
But the car was parked, the car wasn't even moving. You remember the whole street was out this time, and we'd done like the grid and all on the road, you know, like done the wee starter marks 1, starter mark 2, and we'd done timing laps to see who started where. And we used to start in the middle of the street and go down the hill. And do you remember the old people's home?
Yes.
Turn into there, go up round the back lane, flying around that building, and I'm sure they're sitting at the window going, what's going on here? All these kids flying past the bike.
Entertainment.
And he'd come flying around there.
The little TT.
Yeah, that's what it was, because Davey started it. Davey was always on his bike.
He still is.
Yeah, he still is. I know, you still see that Snapchat's go,
What do you see that?
Davey, what are you recording?
Holy shit.
That's right. But yeah, we used to do the racetracks and all, and I remember racing around out there, and we used to come out, went in around old people's home, back right round, then in around Brian's cul-de-sac in Scots.
That's right.
Right round there, back up, and then out that way.
Down the big hill, was it down the hill?
Down round ours after, yeah.
That's right. And it was a bit quick that corner. I remember that. It was slippy as well.
Great. Oh, yeah.
I came off actually in the old people's home, and I remember this. You were saying because it used to be like a wee turning point, and you came back one round. But there was like it was all what do you call that there? Fucking gravel.
Yeah.
And I came off and fucking the knee covered in stones. I remember my dad sitting with the clippers, like the tweezers, picking all the stones out of my fucking knee. I was scarred all over back then.
But you were always together where you got me cuts along, you used to do them with the soda cream, you don't get infected and all.
That was my ma. I said as my missus, but you know, even eating like fast food and all, she'd say my ma would like, if you eat 2 fast food in one day, you would basically end up fucking ill and all. I was like, so anybody had 2 fast food, like McDonald's and something else in a day, she's like, you're a mad bastard. I said, what are you on about? It's just fucking alright. As long as you do it every day, like I was like, I didn't think about that.
The parents were always like, we're always telling us lies all our lives. Sit too close to TV, get square eyes.
Didn't realise it turned into a hypochondriac for a number of years. As you say, it's sweet green for
sit and tell us, you play that computer game all day, you'll never get nowhere in life and all. And now you look around, people are making millions just doing YouTube and playing games like, all day in their bedroom. Yeah. Boys got mortgages and all, they're sitting playing computer games. You went, alright, they're on one.
Millionaires, there's these boys in there, boys worth billion. There's somebody got £1 billion, isn't it? One of them fucking Twitch guys or something.
KSI or something, is he a gamer or something? No, he's into stuff.
Sponsorships and everything.
It's mad.
She had told us banging, like, I was good at FIFA, like, and game pro and then FIFA. I remember playing online, a guy offered me to play online for money. So she's going this website and asked her, she was beating everybody online.
Yes.
I had no fucking money back, I was fucking 20 or something, or 21, I was like, nah. Well, I done it, but I remember, I'm not going to jump too far forward, but I played it. When I was 27, I went back on them. A lad, Stuart McAllister, had a gaming team and he asked me to join his gaming team to play FIFA because it was good.
Ian's cousin, Stuart?
Yeah, but I went on and he fed me to the wolves, boy. I know this tournament, 20 quid in, and this young lad, He beat me 2-1, but I mean he fucking beat me like I was lucky to get 2-1. And after the game he texted me as I do, you know, saying good game and all, and I checked his profile and he was 14, but and I was like, yeah, I'm not so good at this fucking game, he's 14, like. Yeah.
That's crazy, But do you remember the one time I went into the game shop, used to be a shop in the town, or something like where the Sunday shop is outside the malls in Longford.
That's right, aye.
Where Duffy used to work, and remember you played the boy in there.
That's right, spanked him, he was unbeaten for 2 or 3 years or something. That's okay, well, see how I am here, and I thought, again, beat him. I was actually over at Sweeney's.
What's Sweeney's? I knew it was over that direction, like, but I remember it was the same sort of
Gamer
shop.
Duffer, whatever his name was, he was filling unbelievable call on me, Duffy.
Well, we didn't believe him for a while, like.
Yeah, and I seen him in action, I was like, holy shit.
Fingers
So
crossed,
he
mad and all.
He went away and played as well. He's got a lot
Yeah.
of funny stories about Belgium and all the bad things that he's done out there with gaming, but
He left our holiday to go to gaming too, didn't he?
sweet,
Which
actually.
we'll get back to later.
We'll get back to it later. So, we'll go back again. So, we went to Palm Park. Obviously, we were talking there. I mean, you were a different class to me, but we're still in the same estate. But what's your good memories of Palm Park?
Palm Park. The one thing I always remember about Palm Park would always be. Do you remember the school football team? The trip we had that time, we went to, was it Monday or something we went up to?
Stroke Darius for
But the day we.
everyone's watching it on a different side. Keep everybody right. But yeah, I
the
remember that.
The day we went up, it was in like the NI Cups quarter-final thing, and we were playing in the school. But the day we went up, it was like Ice Tuesday or Ice Wednesday or something, and we had never seen this before.
No, because again, it wasn't segregated back then. Everyone wasn't sort. It was segregated. Everyone wasn't sort of
It
mixing.
wasn't mixed. And we were walking around the school, and
That's right.
everybody sitting working like black marks or like ice or something on their head. I'm like, what's going on?
But
here?
remember walking through the door, the first thing we seen was like a big giant picture of the Pope.
I know, yeah.
And again, as you said, like, you're back in the times, what it was the 90s, like, so it was still trouble. So we were a wee bit like, shit, what's this? We're already intimidated. Do you remember eating our lunch in their cafe?
Yeah.
And it was like the wee small chairs and they were all staring at us.
Yeah, I remember that time. We actually in the corner and they did a boat custard, and I lifted it and I went like that there, and I was like, not eating that.
Mind
It was
games.
like
what?
soup.
Aye, but it was mind games, you know,
Yeah.
but they were unbelievable. We had, I think, obviously we weren't a bad team. I think we were the best team that Palm Park had. Mr. Maxwell took us.
Yeah.
He was your PA, he was your P6 teacher, we were wrong saying that.
No, he was, yeah, because he was in the mobile, wasn't he?
That's right, aye.
He was in the mobile piece.
He we took us down there, they beat us 2-1, it was a semi-final. But I remember Lee Stewart, every time I meet him I just remember saying, here, basically our tactics were, give the ball to Lee.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable.
He was in the bowl and he just knew the ball, or they were the net balls. Every time he did the ball, he shoots, goal.
If it didn't work, we were fucked. I mean, it didn't work out there. We got beat 2-1, I remember, and it was fantastic. And then you had played the wee 5-a-side ones and all as well. I remember, I don't know if you didn't actually do this here, it was St. Aloysius. We had to win by 8 goals or something fucking daft. It was a semi-final again, but it was in the Leisureplax, so it was like indoor football.
Right.
We'd win 6 or 8 goals. Oh no, hold on. It wasn't Leisureplax, it was in Wallace Park. And we'd win by 6 or 8 goals, whatever it was. And we did, but St. Aloysius cheated us. They went to the guys right there to score and said we only scored 7 or 5. So we got kicked out, but the FA, whoever it was at the time, had clicked on. I remember this rightly, we got called out of class, Mr. Maxwell. There's a photo of us actually, I can maybe give it to you and stick it up. And we're all standing in Windsor Park, but he said you have 2 options, you replay the game, or you can be ball boys at Windsor Park. Oh no, sorry, playing the half-time game at Windsor Park, Northern Ireland versus Germany. I got new Deodor boots and everything. What? I'll send you the picture if you can stick it up.
Specials and all as well, remember?
Deodor, what? I thought I was the man. We ended up playing half-time Windsor Park. Unbelievable. We're getting cheated out of that cup, like, but again, I love Palm Park just again the AstroTurf. Remember the AstroTurf?
Oh, a real old one that wouldn't even. Is it one?
Used to play at used to play at
The
lunchtime.
school's built on, aye. Yeah, the school's built on.
Oh, sure it is, aye.
Yeah, it's completely changed shape and everything now. Like.
Some school, like I'm hoping Alex is going to go there next year.
Yeah, well, both my kids went to there. Like Darcy still goes there now.
Super.
Corey's just only left there, and
that's right.
I don't know. Corey, it was a bit of an emotional one for. I don't know whether it was a bit emotional for me or a bit emotional for him. Like,
remember that day at school?
It was strange.
Yeah, right, I
remember that run about last day. I remember the Friday last day, just getting out of class and walking down. Whenever we walked home, you came out on the playground and you walked down the east side street and you're through this big fence, and that was so lonely.
Oh, that's right, actually, because we were only in the estate, and I'm talking about Palm Park. I was telling you about a funny memory. I remember my mum tells me this as well, but I remember, the only thing I remember is getting shouted at. Mr. Patterson, he was about 6'2", wasn't he?
So when you're a big fella in the middle there.
Yeah, when you're, I think it was like my 2nd or 3rd day in school, my mum was telling me that you can probably tell her you get clear, but went home to go to the toilet. So whatever time it is, after 12:01, fucking door opens and she says, fuck, I looked out, it's me walking in. She goes, what are you doing here? I'd walked out of school, went down home to go to the toilet. And so she brought me back up. But again, I think there was 3 or 4 of us done it, because I remember standing in a line and Mr. Patterson giving us an absolute rolling and crying, going, I didn't cry actually. The other two or three.
No, you just said you did.
I remember thinking, holy shit, this is terrifying. Like, but I didn't cry, while the rest of them were in fucking tears. Like, but I think it was Big Arm McKinstry, and there was a couple of others.
I'm actually still friends. I'm still on Instagram or Facebook.
I've got him on Facebook as well.
Hey, he got married. We went back there, didn't we? Yeah.
So I mean, he's not so tall. Well, I'll say he's not so tall, but I mean, in school he was a fucking giant, wasn't he?
He was. Well, we were all small then too. We took like I'm still kind of small like you. I don't know where you came from.
Fourth year in school, I just fucking, you know, my mum was in feeding me, so I just had a wee growth sport and keep a game sort of in around
Just
6 foot.
don't smoke.
Aye, so but what do you call it? But no, as I said, so kind of going through primary school. Well, a window here. Going through primary school. We used to play the PlayStation flat out, but back then, as I said, everyone wants this on the whole, there was no such thing as a proper internet connection to play games or anything like that. So
I don't even know if it was even a thing back then, was it? Was it really?
no, it was then the first experience I had internet was NTL. I think it was, had an internet where you could have it in your phone or on the TV, and you had a keyboard and you used to type in links and all. So you used to type in all sorts
So
of
you had to watch
stuff.
it on the TV through the actual main box that you had.
Aye.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But there was nothing happening, so we all obviously got the PlayStation. Was it the PlayStation 1 then? We all
Yeah,
had.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Aye, so when you had the PlayStation 1 then, we kind of got games like you said, Premier Manager.
Premier Manager
was it
was it?
96?
Yeah, something's telling me 98.
98
but
maybe?
You could be going, you could have been the whole way. But
Yeah.
something keeps telling me 98. I don't know where that's only like last one I keep seeing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's when they stopped making it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Premier Manager was a great game, and then of course LMA Manager came across.
Unbelievable. And I mean, I was explaining this to Lewis actually, what we had to do. So you had, as you said, like you couldn't play it online or anything like that, so we had to bring TVs over to each other's house. So you'd have had TV, I had TV. It was a one-player game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, you could have done it with 2-player, but the way it worked was like obviously you could put how many players are playing, 1, 2, 3, and whatever, and you picked that.
Yeah.
But the problem was it took so long, especially for you, and you've always been against no matter what game you're playing, whether it's FIFA, Pro, or Manager. You take about a year to sort your team out.
Oh yes.
And you always got to do the transfers first, so it means that we were left with all the players.
I don't
we
remember
wanted.
that. I think you're talking shit.
No, and this is what happened. So you were going in and getting all the free agents, like you would have had random ones. We started like Rivaldo.
How did you get them free? Was it the cheat codes?
No, it's
You had to build your team
it
up,
always
eh?
gave you. It always sort of gave you 2 or 3 of them. Always really good players come up as a free transfer, and you were straight in first. You knew this, and you were getting Cliver and Rivaldo and all from and we're stuck there with like Luke Chadwick and whoever else it was, and they're like, that's not happening.
Do you remember though? Like even though we had the best team ever, it never fucking worked.
Oh, no.
Here's that maybe when we played on one TV, so then nobody got better players. You just bought your own fucking team.
Well, we tried to do the Chiefs before we ran out of money and got sacked. So then we did come up with that idea is that I brought the TV down from my bedroom, which is only like a wee small
Box one, you could
Yeah,
fucking
maybe
kick a baseball
small.
bat at and you were getting
Yeah.
beaten again.
and my mum used to have like a wee coffee table, like every house had it, but up there with your knees, and we brought it into the kitchen. We set up a camp, the sleeping bags,
That's
and then
right.
you brought your PlayStation and your TV over because we only have one TV in my bedroom.
According to over, boy.
So we brought your PlayStation, my TV, and your TV on this coffee table, and we go right. That do it this season needs because then we weren't making any charge in the transfers, and then we
I wasn't
see.
stealing all the players according to you.
No, yeah, we're stealing players. Well, we're still stealing players. We're finding our way around that. Because instead of just playing 1-player games, we still play 2-player games.
Oh, aye.
So you would have picked them. Obviously, I would have picked United, and then we would have picked another team, which I would have went to like Real Madrid, and you would have went to like Bayern Munich or something. And then
That's
we would have bought the likes of. I went to Real Madrid. I would have bought the fat Ronaldo, which kids don't even know now.
The best Ronaldo.
You used to buy him for £1.
That's
You
right.
could get Carlos as well. And
But I say the teams were never good though.
no, but you had these great teams, but we used to take all the good players out of each team,
Aye.
got sacked from that club, went to another club and stole their players. So you had this class team where you
And
had
this class stadium, remember? You used to
Yeah.
build the stadium and all.
I had style boards, that's right, yeah. But you had this like class team, we had Carlos, Zidane, Pirlo, Ronaldo up front, Trezeguet, Thuram in the back, and you're still getting beat 7-8-0 against Barnsley, you know? What's going on there?
Here, talking about that, Premier Manager did bring out a game. I think it was for the PlayStation 2. Because you're saying it there, and I remember meeting actually, I think it was fucking Arne Cummins in town one day. So what you want? Well, back to fucking game here. I bought a game Christmas, it was Premier Manager. It's like who was it? It was somebody, I think it was like Barcelona Madrid or something that was getting spanked all the time. I was like, it's not fucking realistic. I need to be laughing his nuts off. I'm like, what the fuck are you taking this serious for? Fucking wasting my fucking time.
That was life, bro. That's the way it was done.
More the computers, but then,
Yeah.
as I said, like we kind of went from that then, and kind of get a bit more dodgy games then, didn't we? So you were
Well,
the Shanghai market. I don't know if it doesn't go on no more, sure doesn't it?
I don't know. The thing about the Shanghai market, it was a bit strange because obviously we only knew about the Sunday market. And you got the Sunday market now, I don't know when you started, I haven't been in years. You used to get all the pirate stuff, the dodgy stuff, you used to get them like cheaper stuff like that there. And obviously back then, everyone used to have a chip PlayStation.
That's right.
And people used to copy games.
They had the thing in the back and then the spring.
That's right, yeah. And we used to go up to the market and buy games. You would have got a game for like a $5 or a $3 for a tenner. And we used to go up there and get games, but they used to be really secret because the police were always up and down. But the difference with the Shanghai was, this was a Saturday morning,
That's
in
right.
the middle of Main Street, on the road. No hassle, people just selling games and pirate games and all that, nothing done.
Was it back then? Was it free for a $5 or free for a tenner or something?
Free for a tenner, and then it started to go up with inflation. Obviously, even back then, we didn't realise you were free for 12.
What was there, like brand cricket? No, remember that?
We used to get that, remember the NHL ice hockey?
Yes,
We
we
used
used.
to, we used to start fights and start fighting each other.
And there was a way of getting this, I guess, to get in a fight though, and then you fucking held each other on it.
Yeah, and then once he dropped the ground or he dropped his helmet fell off, that was it over or something. But you used to get that, you used to get WWE SmackDown.
That's right, actually.
And then I got that one. The one time in Shanghai, I got that Ronaldo free football.
What was it?
Ronaldo free football.
I don't remember that
I
actually.
remember the fucking Ronaldo.
No,
Game.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that
it was a
game,
game, it was a football game.
That's. I remember. I think I remember it coming out. I don't remember what it was like though. Was it good?
Like, do you ever, here come back, virtual soccer.
I thought you were going to want the other one there. But
No. We'll get that on soon. Like,
Virtual soccer.
virtual soccer, it wasn't a great game either. But it was a bit different.
Was there a load of them? What was the other football game? There was another one as well. I remember renting it one Friday night.
International soccer.
No, wasn't that one. It was a different one.
England brought their own one out, 3 lands.
Did they?
Didn't they?
I'm sure they did actually. Aye. But International Superstar Soccer Pro it was called. It was all it was international teams just wasn't it? But it was fucking class.
Yeah.
And then you had like Roberto Carlos was called Southern Random, wasn't
He did. He had like a trim thing in his room, and then she'll get to curve the ball all the way he hits it or swerves it.
That's right actually.
Yeah.
Aye. But it was again, I mean you were kind of hoping as well. You brought these games home in the start because a lot of them were fucking dodgy. Like we're not.
You ain't gonna receive from them. Like,
No, you didn't. And I don't think we're going to go back up there and say, here, can we get this, exchange? I think they were going to do that
No,
for you.
definitely not. But
And the CDs and all, sure, they used to get the CDs and all as well, sure. All the dance tunes and all on the CD, like
what were they called? There was a name for it. What was that?
Clubland.
No, it was Clubland, but there was another one. It wasn't even. It was like a dance or something like that. There it was. But maybe Clubland was definitely one of them.
France, I think there was, and obviously you had the likes of Ultra Beat and all that there. Jackie Kidd loved Ultra Beat. I used to work for him. I used to remember it was like he was in good form. If you put out the bag and you heard Ultra Beat blasting, boy. Right, Jackie, good form at that.
Pretty green eyes and all those.
Pretty nice. And I remember my dad made a CD and I burned it onto my fucking computer. A fucking copy of the CD. Mixtape. Back in the day, we used to do all that. I used Spotify and all that there, like. But no, I used to always have the sleepovers as well. I'm saying like my mum was kind. I think your mum was regimental in the early days, but the older you got, kind of let you off the leash a wee bit more. Where my mum had me in bed fucking 10 o'clock, sleeping for 10:30, out cold, bang.
That's alright.
Nah.
I used to keep me in bed at 6:30
That's
after having
what I
dinner.
Aye. So you were a bit more, and then the older we got though, a bit more lenient. So we used to kind of pick our battles. But I remember my house, you were mentioning about the wrestling was on one night. We fucking stayed up to try and watch it.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as recording. I suppose you can record it in the tape back then.
You had the NTL box or whatever it was on. Or it was on. Is it VH1 or something used to be on, or MTV?
I don't know.
Before it was big, it was always that one channel, TNT. Well, it used to come on after Cartoon Network, remember, as well.
Oh, I
And went and then switched over. And I think yours.
Your own trash.
You had it. Your trash. So many programs you watched there. But yeah, I remember we had to sleep over in your house one night, and like, it was Sunday night was school the next day, and SummerSlam or it was WrestleMania or something, or Royal Rumble. One of the events was on, and like we used to go to bed, we used to sit and pretend we were sleeping, sitting chatting away, and then you hear your one couple upstairs going to bed, right, we're getting half an hour down, and we're tiptoeing across. Like these, like our houses, like Mary's was the same. There's always a creaky floorboard, so we
That's
should
right.
try to avoid. And
No matter how little we were, you still
yeah,
did
it's
it.
still like a creak. And so when I eventually got down the stairs, I must have been downstairs about half an hour, and we were sitting there watching it, about to start, and then we heard the fish guys come down the stairs like,
Do you remember I hide so we're like, we're going to be fucking fine.
so we had a wee single chair to both of us, like this, down there, your mum standing against here, Martin, get the bed now.
It's like a WrestleMania, never mind, school in the morning, all that's WrestleMania. No, the wrestling was brilliant, wasn't it, back then? Like,
Well, we used to, remember the time we used to play the wrestling up in your mum's room whenever she wasn't there during the day.
Shit, the bed was wrecked like.
We used to get on the over and we used to be like, oh, let me do this street tax.
He was the best one, for getting street
He
packs.
doesn't lay there and take it all.
He was doing else, he was good at roadside beanies. You remember playing roadside beans?
Remember that?
And he was always the one best at taking a hide, and I don't know why, but fucking, I don't think you were enlisted this time. We played it when we were a wee bit older, so it got a bit more interesting.
No, we were playing too, but I grew out of it like me and we used to.
We did, like, I played when we were 13, 14. Like, I remember this year we beat Andy. It starts, anyone watching doesn't know what roadside beatings is. It starts as the car driving on the road, so it just looks completely natural that we're chasing Andy down the street. We don't know him obviously, but we do. So then we catch him and obviously give him a pretend hiding, and then as I say, then what do you call it? So basically, you hope a car stops. But I remember this one day, a car did stop, and we'd give him a baiting obviously, and ran off. So this man was like, "You alright, mate?" No, he's like, "Yeah." And they rang the police in. So Andy had to play along here, and he kind of went, "It's okay, I'll go away and I'll go home, that's fine." So Andy left then, but then went, "We'll go again," because that was good. So by the time I went again, next thing we heard a car coming, so we just went, boom. But it wasn't a car, it was a fucking van, police van, side doors open. That was the police then, ended up being the police, and fucking, we beat Andy again, they took his name and all, and we got away obviously, but they took his name and all. And I had, "What's wrong with you, son? Do you know these lads?" No, he didn't know. Pretend he got his belly stuck in, he was damn rumbling. But he was superb at taking a hiding, like, wasn't he?
Oh, he did, he was always game to play like.
But again, sort of, you kind of moved, were you about 10 or 11, you moved to your dad's?
I was a bit older, like, I still remember walking to high school, like, from Balmackay, so I must have been about, what's this, 12, 13 maybe?
Were you?
Yeah,
That's when you moved down. So you kind of moved down to the estate then, you met the likes of Gizzy and Walshy and all?
Yeah, I bumped into Gizzy, Walshy, Gook,
That's right.
Monty as well, actually.
That's right, Monty.
Went into Monty.
His wee nanny lived in Knockmore, didn't she?
She lived just off out in Knockmore. We go down the Moyer Road, obviously splits in Knockmore between Old Warren, and she lived in a wee bungalow across that way.
Did she ever give you a feed?
Every time you went to that woman's house, she's always trying to feed people. Over like, but she used to make this amazing meatloaf, and no matter how stuffed you were, this meatloaf was amazing. And Monty used to bring out a big wax for you to cut half it, and she'd go, "James, you don't eat all that."
It's almost mad though, like, did you ever get one when you were a wee bit older then, sort of towards 20? Because they moved then up to Belsize, but I remember going, and she was doing up toast and beans, but I mean, like, enough to feed a family of 5.
Yeah, she was a feeder.
I was like, "Duffy, I can't," or no, sorry, Monday, I can't eat these, she's got funny to me, I can't, I'm disrespectful here, man, I'm beating all these rounds of toast in this, it's fun. Even, but she was brilliant, like.
Yeah, she always never wanted to
looked after him.
Yeah, she looked after everyone, never left her house with an empty stomach, like.
I remember like going down to Playviews actually, because Gary lived obviously in Glenavy Gardens, and I went down to Playviews. You were a bad influence, like. Remember I went down, you were pinging windows and getting on, and
people did that from the huge.
I know.
You did that from the house too.
And your own territory, you're talking about that.
You were just scared because you weren't. It was on different ground. Yeah, different ground. You didn't know who window. You were thinking what's going to happen. That's the problem.
What do you call what do you call that we used to do with the garden hop? What was it called? We used to jump over the turn.
The Grand National. The Grand National. That's right.
Facing the wee fucking corner shop there. That was the best one. They were perfect height, just the scale.
Yeah, but then that brings us back to the Heckmans again.
Yeah.
Because remember.
Oh no, I'm on a different part of the state.
I know you are, yeah. Oh yes, I lived one for shots, right?
Heckman's trees.
Yeah. That was a great run. That was all downhill, which made it even better. But you started off the flats when they got the fence, ran over there, jumped over that, into that garden, and then jumped over their hedge. And I think the other one only had a wee small wall, jumped it, and used to run and launch yourself into the fir trees that they had in Hickman's garden. And these trees were massive.
That's right. This one got them.
I know, but they're dangerous because we racked them because the corner used to come round at a right angle, and in that one corner it was completely always flat at the top, and squashed in, and they used to come out shouting at us, "Oh, you're in our edges," but no, we're not. And then one time they caught us cracker. It was almost like set like a mouse trap for kids. They stuck barbed wire in it.
Oh.
Do you remember the time that one night, and I think it was either Andy again or Brian, I jumped into it and I had caught some of their stuff in here, and he get out, there was a line of barbed wire, and they had put barbed wire in it, just stop us from jumping in it.
No, they're not the no good in your street, like, you know. But I remember, I was talking about going back to the green end, do you remember the cages? And We had a great wee estate of footballers, right? As I said, I mean, look at what David Armstrong done. Like David went across the water and all. You had Barry Bell as well. Stevie Kidd was fucking quality. Ian was quality.
Yeah.
And me and you weren't too bad, but they were kind of
right,
we were the cream. They were the cream of the crop. But I remember Davey getting a pass in the midfield, as you'd call. But it was midfield where there was a fucking tree with a cage.
Yeah.
And he turned out. He fucking smacked into the tree. You remember that?
Cut the islands on right down with a black
He was rolling about the ground off. He was real weird getting hurt though, Davey.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. He never really played that many. If all the lads up in the state, I think Davey probably played the least.
That's right.
Anytime there was something on, Davey didn't really get involved.
Mosey didn't.
Maybe his dad knew he was always going to.
I suppose he was in the academies, wasn't he, as a kid?
He was, yeah.
I mean, I know Marty was away quite a lot. Obviously, Marty was away. I think was he away every weekend?
He was away. It got to the point where, like, what age? He was still in P7, wasn't he? And he was going away every weekend. One time,
Man United Academy.
Man United Academy. They were flying him out and bringing him back now for school time, and then he was going to Man City at the time as well.
Was he?
At the time, Man City wasn't just, they were just a normal club
right.
before all the
with the money.
With the oil money came in, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he had a choice to make up and decide, and he chose to go to the United as well.
I mean, Ian Flan, I remember the blonde hair.
I did.
Yeah, his hair dyed as well.
Bleach blonde, like white blonde, like it was almost like, what do you call your man, Anthony? Well, almost like Anthony from United now, isn't it?
That's it. But Marty was a hard player, I don't think he'd be doing tours and all.
No, he was solid, like, you know, when we were all out messing about and carrying trees, he had a personal gym in the shade, do you remember?
His dad would have
His
him
dad had him out boxing and stuff. Quite a good boxer too.
I remember crossing him one time, fucking stupid, like, just in school, called him Ding Dong, don't know why, like.
I did that, got trouble in the canteen.
What did you do?
Yeah, they were crying in the canteen.
I fucking he put me against out at the mobile and fucking just give me like a wee subtle headbutt to say I fucking Racky. I guess after that he could, so I left him alone.
You know what? That actually, he told me to tell him that. So he knew I was going to get headbutt.
Maybe it was before.
No, the fact that he done that first, you go here, Tommy, go up the morning, go ding dong. And I done the canteen, he started crying. I got detention.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's it.
Felt cat.
I got my fucking seen my life flight before my eyes, like tough boy, you know.
I seen him fighting in the street one little time. It's the only time I've ever seen him fight in the street once. And it was a Bobby. He was fighting or was it Big Gary?
That's right.
Is it Bobby or Gary?
Gary Beattie?
No, Gary Gibson.
Gary Gibson,
yeah. He was an good footballer too.
He was
he at Norwich or something? Someone tell me where was that Bobby?
Oh, Bobby was at Norwich, I think. Bobby was good. Bobby was funny. What?
Yeah.
Even the older we got, because he still was in the estate, he was fucking brilliant. You know, we were getting a bit the age of the mischief and stuff like that. And he was the ringleader, like, it was fucking fantastic, boy, you know. I can't really say too much what I have to do on camera, but it was good times.
Yeah, no, something that I stayed, like, we'd done everything, you know. If Wimbledon was on, we were out drawing tennis courts in the middle of the road playing tennis. The whole street was doing it. It wasn't just 2 or 3 of us. Everybody, the girls were out too.
That's right.
The fellas were all out. And then if it was snooker, we were in somebody's house, somehow had a full snooker table.
Right.
Steve on TV, always.
Four seats each corner.
Yeah, sitting there trying to play it all. There's another thing. If you remember Brian's house, remember Dee?
Yeah.
Remember we used to go into Brian's house. Okay, Brian's was always strict, so we didn't let too many people in.
That's right.
At one time.
You can actually Wido, can't you?
Oh, I went at Corey. Yeah, it's been like
it's annoying as fuck. We were like, why is he so strict?
I know.
Because you can't be bothered listening to it. You sent me here.
That wasn't me, but unless we came to an agreement that this was Brian. This was not me.
Well, all I knew was I seen a
I was there, yes. I went with Brian with the police officer to town on you, but it was Brian.
You went to town on me, so you're admitting it on camera here.
Brian already told you. Brian already given your number.
It's been going on for years, this dispute here.
Brian gave him the house number and your name already, and I just went, okay, I'm going away, Brian.
See, I see, like, I used to have a stoneware with the English, as we called them. Used to like, back then it was Braveheart, so the other side was our fault. We were fucking Scots, like, and they were the English, obviously, the army kids.
That's how you.
And we ended up having a fucking stoneware with them, didn't we? Running battles all the time, and this wee lad got hit in the eye, didn't he? It was you come up to me and said, I've hit him in the eye. I was like, brilliant, but then for some reason the cops said, I seen the wee lad's bar running down, I skipped out of dodge into the house. I remember in the house, my ma said it was like a wee fucking hair, like a wee rabbit. My heart was beating like fucking, all hands stinging from fucking stoneware. And
why didn't we always split then?
These were a bit more brave than me, probably.
No, you split because it was you that done it then, because it was you then. That's why you went home, your heart was going mad.
Yeah.
You said
back 30 seconds here and you admitted that you touted on me.
I know, but because you said it wasn't you, no, Brian already gave you up, right back Brian up.
I think it was you. You came to me and said I done that, and I was like, yeah, you took my glory then. Anyway, he did. He was alright, won me, so I don't take the glory then.
He'd be alright now, I think.
But do you remember the rise of the lower Grove ones then? They started trying, the rich kids started trying to fucking fight us and all.
That's right. Remember I used to be in the hospital?
That's right. I used to have this fear because my house, the front of it, then the back, our house was back, my house back the front, was yours back the front? Like the back, is it the back?
No,
The car park,
my
where the
house
front
back
should be or
on
something like that?
your back, so like it's sort of like
So
my
my
house and on the
front-
back of your house, yeah, so yours was sort of
It
back
was like the
front.
back of the house, which
Yeah.
is weird, but it was like looking out onto the abandoned hospital
Yeah.
that we used to win steel tools and all sorts. Now we're really thinking like that's fucking terrible, you know, you're in taking tools and wood and all sorts. I remember we used to have this vision, I seen this wee girl standing with a like a white dress on. Was it a mental hospital? I don't know. That
We thought it was, but we don't know that was another rumour our parents were telling us again.
Again, they keep us out of it probably,
Yeah.
but it didn't work.
Even the guard dog that was running about it too, used to wag it up, remember?
That's
When the big Asian used to run out and chase us all down the crack.
That's right. I remember a man actually trying to get us one night, and we just about got over the fucking thing, and he was coming to grab us, and we just fucking let's see get over. Like he could climb a fucking anything without any fucking apparatus back in. Now he can hardly lift my fucking leg up.
The respect factor too. We used to walk across the top, the very top bar, look where the spikes were.
That's right. And I made
A few
fucking
trousers were ripped in, like around there.
What's that?
A few trousers and
Oh mate, don't
some
me
were
go.
on.
Dangerous man. Imagine you're not doing that now, you'd fucking go mad, wouldn't you?
I share that. You thought about probably £80 for Nike or Air Force Ones and all. Like, you know, back then we were on the mountain Reeboks or, you know what I mean, or something like that there too. And you see why?
Yeah.
Because of what we were doing.
I know. Especially the green. I remember you always had your bar closed for the green. You used to come in fucking stinging.
Oh,
And the green, what about the grating net? The two gratings were like a net for some fucking reason. So you put two jumpers down on the gratings.
At the bottom?
Yeah.
That's right.
But then we decided to make we got into the, what do you call it, into the dun site, we made two cracking nets, didn't we? Was it me and you fucking wrecked them though, remember? Or the badness one day? The press bar, the
the
pipe.
cracker, yeah, the pipe one was a cracker one.
Was it me, you and Brian wrecked
We
it?
done that there, I don't know. No, we sat on it, didn't we?
Aye,
We
fucking
kinda
smashed it
saw it.
on, then we pretend like Stevie, the older kids came in, like, wasn't us, mate.
But I thought we had been tied that up and then we started doing Tony Yeboah. Remember Tony Yeboah Clipper League that time?
Scored a goal.
And hit the crossbar and in.
Aye.
And we kept on trying this constantly, and that was the perfect thing. We could just nail it all the time.
So we had a game, didn't we? One day we'll sing in here, so actually, because remember what?
That's
I
what
did
I was
a
doing.
time.
Yeah, that's what I was doing this,
It
yes.
was like our mini World Cup. You brought the main Ballincollig, me and the Steelers, we call it Ballincollig stayed over, and they're all stars. And then we had our wee group of 7.
Yeah.
I didn't play days at the Carabao, and all I remember is ringing on the house phone, the landline was it, or the payphone. How we got on? I'm gonna beat them, but at the same time, the fucking nets were took down. What's happening here? I think Steenie was being spiteful to Ian Monday.
Yeah, well, he'd be summer.
He subbed Ian off for Brand,
Yeah.
which is fucking shocking. And then Ian went in and said to his mum, and mum was like, right, get these fucking nets down. Do you think with them nets, mate, how dangerous they were? We had fucking nails out
No,
of
but
them.
but they were good. They took you on like a full day to build. They were all frosty wood and the 2 pine trees. They were worn out and then got across the street and they were fully bored across the back, across the side. And yeah, they lasted all in one day because Ian.
That's right. I remember coming home that night, come home in the car. I was like looking at the green to see, well, I was like, the fucking they're all going. Like, I thought that was just a wee bit of bother, but they were gone. Like.
I think you always read a car on your number too, weren't they?
Yeah,
I
White Friday.
It
was classic.
Or Malay, was it?
Malay, yeah. I remember Andy getting into the sleeping bag and upside down one time, fucking having a panic attack. Man. Funny as fuck. He was wild as a kid.
He was. Do you remember?
Spoiled rotten, wouldn't do nets.
No, he wouldn't. He went in, he took a call with him too.
40-40, aye, you know. Or not 40-40, sorry, here in Follies. You hit away and you're going down to your nets. No, I'm not going to the nets. You know.
I have to go in now. That's
I
all.
have to win there. I was like, right, I'll fucking do nets, just stay out. Well, he was spoiled rotten, boy.
He was.
But tried to get him on here actually, and he went real shine on me again.
Yeah, I know that's how he got me on too. He said like me and a couple of us will good.
I thought that. Tried Stevie as well, but he wasn't too hot. Sammy didn't fancy it either, to be fair, but suppose you didn't really get to hang about with Sammy. Sammy came pretty good about 15.
The first time I met Sammy, we were obviously up in the estate and we camped out that night.
Yeah.
And me, you, Sammy, camped out. But done the milk. We've done the milk run this night.
And when we say the milk run, we don't mean deliver milk, we mean the milk was delivered and stolen
the
milk.
milk off the people's doorsteps, which is like...
Allegedly.
Can't do it, because anybody gets delivered.
What to say allegedly, because it's camera.
Yeah. There's no evidence of this here. We were doing it one night and we were walking towards the back of Brand. No, on the main road where the shop used to be.
Yeah.
And there was a car flew past, and this was about 3 in the morning. And it was a police car, and they slammed the brakes on, and we just stood still. And next thing the car in the reversed the whole way, and we ran the whole way down around Brand Grandad's back, down round.
Yes.
You
jump over the.
And then down the side of mine, and then round the front of your garden, and jumped into the tent. Remember the 3 of us, and then.
Part like a rabbit.
And then the helicopter was out,
Yes, I do
showing the
remember.
light down.
I do remember.
And then we were all lying in the tent, and you hear the footsteps. They must have get out of the car and walked around the front of the house, and you could hear the fucking.
Again, it's a kid like as well. It was terrifying, but it was fucking such an adrenaline rush.
We were just sitting, we were waiting for the tent to go. Right, boys. But then when you think about it now, they wouldn't have been allowed to do that.
No.
Because they went fun for kids and that. I can't go to approach.
And deals like we were breaking the law in our head because we were out late at night, but then it's fucking, they just seen kids and probably wonder what we were up to. You know, because you're out running the streets. What age were we in? You should be 14 or maybe 13.
A bit older, I about 14.
Aye, so they're probably just wanting to know what are we breaking in the fucking houses and all.
Yeah,
But actually weren't.
Yeah.
There was joyriders, no, remember the joyriders? You
Yes.
the Malcolm's car.
That's right, yeah.
Right,
Rover he had, he said R. You said R.
I remember-
You said R, sorry.
do you remember Bill? He lived in Ian's house, Ian's house, next door to Ian. Bill Gilmore, no, not Gilmore, that's fucking niece's dad, Bill Townsley. I know him now, so he knows I'm alright, but as a kid, he was fucking terrifying. He moved in the estate, and I think he moved in from like Ballyson or something, so we were a wee bit fucking weary of him, you know, like, oh shit, we'll get it, step in line here and fucking come out. But one night, there was a lot of joyriders about the fucking estate. Over the last, for some reason, he used to steal cars every fucking summer in it. So somebody's car, it might have been Malcolm's, don't quote me on this, like, but only for Eddie Connor, he was going to slap me about the estate because we were out to do the milk run, steal the milk, but he had come up the street and seen a load of use and thought, they're fucking, he came out of the car and went me, where's your fucking tool on me? Fucking tool on me. Where's your fucking tools? You bring in the cars, look, you live around the back house, and then only Eddie went, oh Bill, like Leon's actually.
Yes.
So, what's going on? He was, oh, we're fucking out having a bit of fun. Oh, fuck, my bad, but I was only for Eddie, I was probably getting slapped about. I probably bring in the car, and I was like, I live around the back of the fucking estate, you know.
No, that's mad, it's crazy, like.
But it was good times. Then we kind of went on to, you kind of go on to the box, then went on holidays together. So I'm looking forward to telling this one, like, you know.
I think I've only been on holiday once, I've never been on back, I've never been back since.
You're stag, but you didn't even laugh then either. Your man had to text me to tell me to calm down on you. But Anapa, we booked Anapa, and it was me and Woogie in a room Monday.
Me, you, we did Monday, we're in the same room, yeah.
And then you had the other room, you had Duffy, Andy Young, Brawley.
Probably, and that was it, wasn't it?
Duffy, Andy Young, Brawley. And I remember that my sort of, the funny thing, I went round to your house, that's your mum's great crack, she had everything all solved, ready to go. But Glenn, isn't it Glenn? Glenn, sorry, I knew it was wee twang in there. Decides to fucking, I get this poutine, can't
I
you?
remember that.
Holy shit. So I had a couple of shots of poutine each before we went.
In the back of the van.
Yeah, and then the WKD, I think I only had one bottle, I don't know what you have, but what I remember is he'd set up a wee fucking station in the back of his van, hadn't he?
Yeah,
For us.
for the drinks and pass the ball around.
Oh my god, and I opened the door, remember that? So, fucking hell, and our flight was like 11 o'clock at night or something, wasn't it?
It was 11 o'clock at night, and before we'd even left the tarmac in Belfast Airport, we got friendly, we were kicked off the plane already. Because you wouldn't shut up. You were shouting her, you know that thing you do, sit there all quiet, yeah! Or the whistling and all.
This thinks of fucking ADHD or something, she does that.
She tells us that night.
That's right, aye.
It was funny when she told like, he was like, has he got? About 30 times a night he's sitting, he's going, yo!
Just shouty shit.
Whistling on.
So
Going, yo!
Birthday needs to come out, you know, so. But no, that plane, I remember the plane ride, fucking falling asleep in the plane.
Oh, that was the longest day of my life.
One it waking up, hungover basically in the plane, she'd slept for like 4 hours, and I was 5.5 hours, I think.
Yeah, something like 5.5 hours, and because we left at 11 o'clock at night, the time we had arrived in 5.5 hours and then went forward into their time,
That's right.
it was like 8 o'clock that morning.
Oh,
So
man.
we were going on another 2 days, food trot. We were walking around trying to find something to eat at about 7:30 in the morning around Napa, and nowhere was open yet.
That's right. I remember we got there hotel. I remember, I don't know if you remember this, but 12 o'clock we were drinking away at the pool. Like, this is fucking brilliant. Then we looked, what fucking time is it? It was like 12 o'clock. Right? I'm fucking black again. Which I hadn't slept. But I remember the bus ride going across, like into Cyprus. I'm just thinking, this is like a fucking, like we were drunk or something. I was fucking dehydrated, hungover, and all sorts into one. Just thinking, this is fucking hell. Like, but that was a great holiday. I know you went home early, we'll touch on that. But up until you went home, it got a bit mad, didn't it? We either went Duffy or sorry, we got through out of the hotel.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I did go home too. Like,
But what was it? We used to play, we used to listen, remember the song we used to listen to on Maltese phone? Celine Dion, All Coming Back to Me Now, no? I used to put us to sleep every night, don't know why. Do you remember this song? Yeah, used to be like, used to play it, used to just Halloween up and listen to it. But I think the first year we played the fucking water football, we didn't play it that. It was the second year.
no,
boy,
you
yeah,
wouldn't play it that this year. You were scared because you were
no,
about
I
your
done my
career.
ankle before I went.
No, you thought you were made professional.
No, here, I was 19, I was done. No, I remember at Monday and Moisey training, I don't know whether you joined in that, like doing sprints and all, but I had to sit and watch because I had done the right ankle before I went out. I remember that, but I remember What game we went out, what was the nightclub, or the club I went to, Bulldog with a shower?
I was some crack.
Wow.
That's when everyone's standing up and they took a stage, but they built in a bit of perspex and the shower come down about 4 or 5 people. That was brilliant.
You end up in the shower and all, but you were there obviously, and that was an everything just went to fucking shit. Obviously we had the Norwegian girls next door, was it the Norwegian one?
Norwegian, yeah.
And then we had, what was that one? We had that night, what was the game we played where you racked up your shots? 21s was it? Or no, Jack changed it, I think it was.
Jack changed it, and every time that someone done it.
Somebody, whoever lost had to do a shot, so we got a bit out of hand and then went on to the fucking, it turned into Durs then. Remember that? Like, right there you fucking rack our balcony, our full balcony where
for a chair over at them, that's right.
Woozy got the first one, I don't know if you remember this, threw it across the balcony. I don't know what, or was it Woozy?
See, Woozy or Brolly?
Yes, Woozy smashed every bottle on their table, I think it was. And then the second one I threw, because I remember fucking, it didn't go on their balcony, it fell, we were about 2 flights up on it. And Brawley, for some bizarre reason, was lying down on the fucking chair, smacked him. He was like, what's this, son? Fuck, Brawley, what the fuck are you doing down there? He was like, fucking chill, mate. They were smacking him on the chair. But then they came back. Remember that? They came back and the fucking stuff makeup was war paint.
They came back at night and started throwing stuff at us and started banging our door and all. We had to try and run in through the door so they didn't come near us.
But remember the cleaners? The wee creepy cleaners?
I'll never forget them cleaners.
So you're lying, as a young lad, we're 19, you're lying in your fucking boxer sleeping. I remember, do you remember waking up? No, here, hold on. That was the night you fucking wanted to go home, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't that night, this was before. This is what led to the whole scenario.
Yeah.
That night is because we were all there in bed and obviously the next morning this cleaner comes in and starts shouting, and obviously the police don't understand what she's saying. She's shouting at Monty. Monty's like, no. And I'm like, Monty, what you doing? And I don't know how Monty got it out of her, how he understood it, because he didn't speak Greek. But long story short was that Duffy was messing about, and because we had locked the doors and all, because the Norwegian girls were trying to come in and get her head in, Duffy came up in the mix of it, and he threw a fire extinguisher through our bathroom window.
Yeah.
And
into the bath?
No, it didn't go in the bath. This is the thing. It hit the top of the toilet cistern and cracked it. Right?
Oh.
But what had happened was we heard the bang, we were lying in bed, what was that? And we just went, I just ignored it until the cleaner came in. But what had happened, what we didn't know was Monty had got up in the middle of the night to go for a piss.
That's right. Set it up straight,
and he walked in and he seen it sitting and he picked it up and set it up in the bath. And he fought nothing off it, and that was the whole argument. They said, well, how, and we tried to explain to the hotel person that it wasn't us.
Yeah. And
he says, no, it was you, because how did they come through the window and land up straight?
That's right, actually. I had to try and talk us out of it.
Yeah.
We ended up getting a fine, didn't we?
500, but the cops came.
That's right.
And he was real.
I want you out of my hotel right now. We're getting fucking kicked out here. And we actually thought we were gone then.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the hotel manager followed us up, didn't he? But the thing was, in that hotel that week, there was a lot of them were, a lot of the lads were fucking letting off fire extinguishers, so we got the blame for fucking everything. Yeah. So, but as you said, the police and all came and took no shit. But and then he came up and he says, if you can explain to me how, I think we blamed the Norwegian girls again, didn't we? And they got fined too.
I actually don't know, I can't actually remember what happened.
It was fucking bonkers.
But then after that, we never heard from them.
No, we never spoke to them again.
A day or two after,
I think,
2 days after.
Hopefully Andy's missus done this and then obviously Brawley missus done this here, but I think they had something with it.
They have a goal, they have 2 girls, but you need to be careful because they'll try and sink you too.
Well, we're getting them on a podcast. Could get Brawley on.
Yeah, Monty.
Oh, Monty as well.
Monty lost his good shoes, good he bought from the girls' airport.
That's right. What did the money back in? He got a claim, you see, for smashing his teeth, didn't he?
He did, he got a claim and then...
Like 15 or 20
grand. He still playing football, wasn't he? Was he playing for Glenelg? He still didn't play football.
Yeah, he was playing for Glenelg actually. I think that's why he was doing the sprints and all. But that was a fucking cracking hotel. But remember we got t-shirts made? And on mine.
You never wore yours?
No, do you know why? You know why?
Everyone got to choose what they wanted on it, and you picked that.
I loved Star David's back then. There was nothing to do with Israel. I just loved the Star David's. So I had this fucking Star David thing on, and then I had Bowie Free on because I was listening to fucking Wiley, and only luckily for the girls facing us, like how far away was that their balcony? It wasn't too far, sure wasn't. And the London girls were shouting over us and says, "What's that saying in your t-shirt?" It says Bowie Free. She went, "E3 as in London." Oh, Wiley goes, "Are you fucking mad? This is Cyber says you'll get fucking stabbed. Why not? That is why. Postcodes. Never knew nothing about it. I was like, 'Cause you don't know anything back then. I was about down there down the street, like fucking in betweeners, thinking this is a class t-shirt.
Yeah.
Fucking stop.
It's mental, and the thing with that now is even Corey. He's what 6 years away from us.
I know. Actually, you're not wrong because he's
It's that stuff that you have to sort of people were worried about growing up. That's all in the back of your head, like.
Big time, you know, because that could have been very real, but again, them words, like, thank God I didn't with that, but you end up going home. I nearly went home with you, actually. I remember that. I know I always give you a bit of banter, a bit of stick, but I nearly went home with you. Because I remember just thinking, it's just too fucking mad. It was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I actually just fucking lost my dad the year before, so my head was in the sand anyway.
But only 6 days in, like.
Aye. And then you were saying I miss Lauren and all.
Didn't miss Lauren. And you're the only one saying this. Unfortunately, I should have back up saying this. But there was no way. How you turn this down, that was never the case.
You were out of it. You were sitting on the toilet being and doing the business and then being
in the bath.
I got home, lad. I was like, why you know this happened to me? Where did it happen to you before? You should
have. Happened to
my lose too. And you're like, I'm going home.
Happens to me every time I go somewhere and I've been sick like that.
We'll get to that as well. You're staying. I was like, you know, where you?
No, we'll get to that because I was telling everybody where you were at. That was what's going on.
Superb. It was fantastic.
I know, it was that. Class.
You were sending me messages though, rubbed it in. I was like, oh, you fucking phrase this more. But no, it was a great holiday, as I said, you know. But again, I've even got it like right down here about the mullets and all that back in the days. And the mullets were in around that time, I think. It was
mullets were in, you know what, the mullet, I had actually long hair then too, but I only really had the long hair because, remember the criminal hats?
Yes, that's right.
You used to have them on, but they always looked better when you had the bit coming in the back like a tail in your hair. And that's why you always had the mullet. So,
well, for you anyway, I just thought it because it was cool as fuck. Now I wish I could have it back. I have no hair.
You did have a proper mullet though, then you had the side, you actually picture how you...
Sideburns and all, and then fucking...
There's a picture of the mullet on the side, shaved, and you're standing, is it Niall Jameson's flat?
Yes, that's right, me and Andy Young. Andy with full head of hair too now, he's fucking like Robocop.
I know.
Murphy.
Feet.
He's bald as fuck like me. But at least you have a good head of hair. You're alright.
I know, that's right. My dad's fucking big bald patch.
That's right, actually. My wee brother was down last night and he was slagging me. Bald mate says, you have the same genes as me. I was better looking than you, wee cunt. You're slapping at me. I said, what are you laughing at? You're going to be bald soon.
They call you slap.
You make yourself a girlfriend here. You know? But, no. But then you kind of, you know, I was kind of in between sort of 19 and 21 now in nightclubs and all. Then you met the missus and you became a dad actually at 22, didn't you?
Yeah, I became a dad quite young.
Because you know that for us then we were young because 22, I mean me, I could never become a dad. 21, me and that would have been fucking terrible. Where you again, you were a dad.
Look, you see, yeah, well, I'm only what? I'm not even a year older than you, am I?
No, you're January and February.
February, so we're a couple of weeks away.
Aye, it's 19th I am.
No, I don't. You're never really ready. You don't know. There's not a certain stage in life where you go, right, I'm ready to be a dad. Like, because you don't know what it is to be a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's you don't. Even if you think you know what it's like by trying to judge of what previous experience you have with your dad and your own parents.
Yeah.
It can't get you ready for what's about to.
No, especially at that age. And I mean, we were talking as well. Like, you know, you're always sort of taught in school at a young age and all that. The whole perfect scenario is you meet a woman.
Yeah.
Then you move in together, then you get married, and then you have a kid and all, but that doesn't happen.
No,
9 times out of 10.
Definitely didn't happen with me anyway. Me and Lauren, we must have been going about 3 years, I think we were together.
Yeah.
And then she fell pregnant. But that stage too, I was still living in the box room in my mum's house.
That's right.
And she was always still living in her house.
Your box room was downstairs too, wasn't it, in the corner?
It was, yeah. As soon as you walk through the front doors to the
That's right.
It was my room. So it was pretty handy like in the night. And yeah, as I say, like, both of us were still living with our parents. It got to a stage where more or less I was literally staying with Lauren's family.
Yeah.
More and more. And whenever Corey was born, there was a few issues we had, but we ironed them out.
Of course.
And then
You're 22. You know.
made up for them, saying up for a try, and done what I could do. And then we wanted I wanted the house then, I wanted the family thing. So sort of we started renting the house.
What age was that at?
Again, still very young. It must have been within the year, 2 years, 23, 24. Like, you know,
Our responsibility on
it
that.
was, yeah. And it actually that was the case. It ended up showing.
Yeah.
After about 6 months of moving into the house, the stress.
Yeah.
Just the difficulties. You know, the actual running cost, heating,
Big
food, electric. You know, the clothing, and it was a bit stressful. So then that's when it broke down a wee bit.
That's right.
And then we actually moved back in with Lauren's mum for a while. I think I ended up in there for about more than a year.
Yeah.
Just to get ourselves back on our feet, got everything back up together, we were strong again, and then we ended up private renting again, and ever since we've done that, we've been out ever since.
Brilliant, mate. And then Darcy arrived then, you said you were 26 then, you sort of 4
Darcy
years
arrived,
later.
she arrived 5 years after. 5 years, I think, yeah. Darcy's still, yeah, about 5, 6 years.
You're 27 then.
Darcy's coming, yeah. she arrived, obviously, at this stage we'd already moved out to private and we were now in the housing kind of house on the Cost Hill, which was a new
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's right, now.
And obviously it was only a 2-bedroom house at the time,
Yeah.
so but we were alright for a while with her because she was obviously in the cot room beside us in our room and stuff like that, so she stayed with us and then we ended up having to move in a bigger house after that.
That's right, that's probably the 2 bedrooms you said as well. But I was saying to get the perfect pictures painted isn't always something you get married and all first, but you know that doesn't happen.
Times change as well. There's like I listen because my job I'm always on my own, so I stick the headphones on.
That's right.
I listen to the podcast. And there's one thing I heard actually only heard it last week about a fella. He was saying, look, all our lives we grew up, our parents saying, get a job, put your money in the house, buy a house, and you be set for life. That was alright then.
Yeah, it's not the same now. Like.
It's not now. You know, the houses don't cost £12,000 anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it costs a whole lot more.
Yeah.
The jobs now.
It's near impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible to do it now.
Yeah, unless a lot of people are obviously the cornership thing is a good way to go, but again it is hard for to buy a house. I mean, I want you have to jump too far ahead, but I want to get a house this year and the books will work and all. Just the amount that I put through the books obviously and whatever we had earned last year was nowhere near the car, even though I can afford to pay rent comfortably, you know.
Yeah,
but again, just you couldn't do it, and that's what I mean. You know, I had to break up then. We were only looking to buy the house, and I said, again, it's not adding up, can't do it. So luckily for him, he's kind of we'll just look at it again over the next 5 years. So he's given us a stretch. I had a lot of stress, me thinking we're going to get kicked out here. I'll say because you know we've had a good relationship. We've been in the house 4 years, and I want it back because then it's in the family. As you said, it's not as easy as that. You know, in the house we're in as well as work a wee bit of dough, so it's not like you can support that. You know,
if you find the longer you leave that too, that price is probably going. Is it going to grow to buy?
It has actually, yeah.
So maybe you moved in there 2 years ago and you decided I'm going to buy this house for X amount, or maybe you inquired about it, got the price, and then now it's already went up.
Yeah.
So in about another 4 or 5 years, the figures are going to change again.
Big time. And I mean, what I didn't realise too, I got bought out of active war in January, so anything that I had earned between whenever it was the books to then was null and void. And that was my main income, basically.
Really?
So again, that was null and void. So I was thinking, that will be sweet because I kind of knew what I'd earned.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because you're not in that account anymore, then there's no doesn't count.
Anymore, so you're back to square one again.
So as you said, it's not as easy as that, you know.
No, that's the same as us. We still haven't bought our house yet. We have sort of a target set for like 2 years time.
Yeah.
So 2 years time, like Lauren will be a qualified nurse by then too.
That's right.
So like we can probably go now if we really want to. We'll probably push and try and get one now.
But it's pushing it, you know.
It's a push.
Yeah.
You know, and we sort of had to talk about it. We're just like, you know, why don't we just wait, hold off 2 years. You'll be qualified. Your degree will be out of the way, so you can focus. Get that done, and then focus on the house after that.
Yeah.
Because obviously, with the bigger salary as being a nurse as well, you may get kind of a better house when you get the house that you actually wanted rather than the house that you're settling for.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because it's a big commitment, isn't it?
Well, it's more like, it was just 25 years, and now it's could be possibly even more now.
30 odd years or 30 years.
25 now.
When you think about that, like, you know, we're 34 now, ourselves 35, we said in January, 70,
Sometimes you wonder if it's worthwhile.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But then you're sort of thinking you're bad in the house, you're leaving something for the kids, for the children.
Well, that's the thing. Do you know what I'm talking about that, Tommy? My main sort of stress was with buying our house was, I don't know if I told you this, that was it. Basically, that you leave if something happens, you need Alexander and his mum and wee brother, or the big brother, and us looked after.
Yeah.
So they're all looked after.
That's it.
But I remember, I don't know what it was. It was your guy Aaron Chalmers, right? The only reason I watched it was because I met him last November with that whole boxing thing. The common thing, and he was 110% dead on. So the only reason I watched it was, I'll give it 5 seconds, but it was him on a commercial. Is it Tom you call it? The life insurance?
I'm not too sure.
I mean, I looked at it for 50 quid. What I got insured for is way more worth than a house. I want it for 50 quid a month. That's peace of mind for me, out of my fucking head. Now, if I die now, or die, touch wood, don't, but again, if I die before I'm 90, basically, I think I put it out to.
Yeah.
They're well looked after.
See,
for 50 quid a month, mate, peace of mind. And I was on the way to Brighton when I done it, weirdly, because I sat at an aquarium and they rang me on the train from the airport to Brighton. And I just went, can you ring me back in 20 minutes? I went, for £50 a month. And I'll now obviously say what I'm insured for in case someone tries to tap me. But I just was like, peace of mind, mate. That's what I thought, for 50 quid. But I was stressing out myself trying to buy a house that was worth less than what I got insured for 50 quid. And that might sound daft to some people, but for me, that settled me down. And as you said, you've something to
that's it. Yeah, your kids settled there too. I have one now as well. Mine's not as much as that there, though.
Yeah.
Mine work differently, and I've had it for quite a while now, which I need to actually reassess it because mine works differently. As in, I pay £15 a month or something for mine.
Yeah.
But if I was to die tomorrow, next week, next year, 10 years, the kids, each Darcy and Corey will both get £1,000 each every month, right up until they're 24 or 25.
So you look at that then, that's
But
good.
that was taken out about 4 years ago. Now you're getting a wee bit closer. That's claim is sort of going to come less and less.
Yeah.
You know, so say I die in 10 years' time, Corey's quite 22.
Yeah.
He's only going to get about $2.5 grand.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Rather than lump sum. So I think again that's something that I need to look at. And
Yeah, because it is that piece of things, it is a new sound. It's mad. I never had anything in line and I always went, I have to get something sorted because obviously, as you said now, especially with kids involved, you're kind of a bit weird. You don't know what's going to happen in life.
No, that's exactly it. And
it's a reality in it, you know.
Yeah, but see whenever the kids grow up too, like, you know, like, we have more than that. Everything's just evolves around kids. Darcy with her dance, Corey with football, with school. Everything's just constantly going. We can't book anything because I think 3 or 4 times we try to book something, book holidays and honeymoons. Still not honeymoons for the wedding.
That's right, actually, I'm thinking about that because of COVID, obviously.
Yeah, because of COVID, and then there's that when I tried to plan it, something happened with the dance and we had to cancel it. And
that's right.
yeah, so we actually go away in 3 weeks' time, I guess.
That's right.
We're actually going to Rome, so that'll be the honeymoon.
Class. It's just used to.
Well, there's us two, and then while last year Martin Carey got married too. And so they're going to come as well for their honeymoon, so they take a double honeymoon. But even that,
half a wood pack.
You know, it's fancy thing. You know what I mean?
Half a wood pack.
But he'd be all over curry sauce and stuff, like he wasn't urban. You know, he never saw that brand new jacket he had too, he's never heard the end of it.
So we'll talk about that actually. So you were about to get married in 2019, was put back obviously, and then COVID came. Yeah. And then you ended up getting married last year, wasn't it? Well, so you went on a stag last April then?
2021, yeah.
So it was kind of, again, I say the wood pack we called ourselves, fucking hell, a bunch of record bands for some crack. Your Uncle Mark made a funny guy, boy. No, it's always been funny, so on your 30th birthday and all, you know, that there, they done you a surprise party and all, he was good crack, but for the stag, he was fucking brilliant, like.
He's like a child that was, like, he always thinks he's 18, 21.
Which is brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. Stevie Kidd told me a story, I don't know if I told you this, he told me a cracking story about him and Jackie. He says like when Stevie was growing up, he looked up to Jackie obviously. Yeah. But then him and Jackie and Mark were as thick as thieves. Yeah. And he says, I remember him saying they were fucking cool as fuck. Back then they were wearing like the white jeans, the white fucking what do you call it? Diamond jackets, spiked hair. Yeah. And he says they just look good, they smell good. Look at it. He said, when I grow up, I'll be like these two cool fuckers, like, you know. I always remember your Uncle Mark being cool as fuck, you know. But and I was just glad I got to spend some time with him on your stag. I got a bit of practice with him and all when you faded for the second day.
But the second day, yeah,
so just to clear it up then, first night. So we ended up, we went to your house then obviously, and then we got a pink Hummer. Alright, but so we had the Hummer then obviously for your stag, and when we got into the Hummer, we had the choice of for an hour obviously, so 20 minutes to the airport. But so we decided then, you know what, we'll go to the airport and have a drink. Whose idea was that?
Well, that would have been mine because we drank the carry-out already in 20 minutes. All the
and only be a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne, didn't it?
Yeah, we necked it all like, and it was gone. So we're like, right, let's go up to the bar in the airport. It'll be open.
What happened?
It was
closed. COVID. We're sitting.
COVID happened, yeah.
We're sitting drying out again. Second experience of drying out on a plane or whatever it was. We're drying out. I think we got up early too. Then like 2 hours before the flight, just so we could have a few pints.
Yeah.
And we ended up with nothing obviously. So, mate, do you know what's mad though? I can't remember the plane. Can't remember the plane journey.
Yeah.
No. What happened on it? Anything?
No.
Drinking or anything?
We did have a tin. We had the wee tins of Heineken, but they were warm.
Yeah, we landed. How did we get to Liverpool? I can't remember any of this shit. Did we get a taxi?
Yeah, no, we didn't get a taxi. We talked to John in the airport, walked out. But then we jumped in the taxis. Yeah, we the taxis were sitting there and we just jumped straight in the taxis and got straight to the hotel, which wasn't that far from the airport anyway, and then dropped the bags on. Mark sort of like the room, I think he messed up in that room too or something. I think he booked it and then he cancelled it and then he had to book it again and then he had to pay extra or something, I don't know.
That's right.
He got us all checked in, got their rooms and then straight out.
Straight up, and then the bar we went to was literally a Premier Inn hotel. I think it's called Hanover Street because I've stayed in twice after. Yeah. Cracker, right on the edge of town. But we went over to that wee bar then with had a pool table and all. We didn't use
bar, that was outside BBC radio station.
BBC radio station. Don't know why. Chance of going back with Richie and all in January there and I got a picture of their fucking sanity.
I literally mentioned that one time, you locked on to that. And you're like, come here, there's that BBC station.
You got fucking bullied, like, you're still talking about that, we bullied you.
That's what happened. Second day because it didn't come out.
We were kind of like, there's Wayne, what's your fucking fashion with this BBC bill? And you were like, nothing, fucking, what's it?
point of interest when you get lost. Just find that place.
That's all it was.
And then we done the whole tour, we done the whole circle trying to find Cultural Square. And later on that night we realised, came out of our hotel, turned right, it was right there.
That's right.
And we went straight through the town and the way to the far side in the Yates.
That's right. Where do we end up then that night? I went home about 11:30. You slagged me with this, but again, as I said, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
You went, that's right, you went home at 11:30, watched Rod Stewart.
Had a concert and a pint of crisp.
No, Krispy Kreme donuts, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Remember that? Sent you a picture and you were like, what a freak, basically. Not
But
gonna
we were out to 7 o'clock that morning, like.
Well, again, I woke up in the morning and I had all these messages from you, giving me a finger and all laughing at all. I was like, Tommy, it's a marathon. You're like, I'll be alright now, mate. And then, did you go to sleep?
You know what happened? I went back there to get showered and changed. And Mark goes, you only in there now?
Yeah.
You don't about that.
I know, sure, it's a mistake here.
And he goes, now you down there and get some sleep, Thomas, I'm sick and come back. And that was the worst thing I probably could have done.
Because me and him went for breakfast.
We went for breakfast then, you see, so because I took his advice and I shouldn't have, it messed me up the rest of the day.
Big time, because Ryan didn't sleep. Ryan, let's see again, seeing you were drinking and getting on then in your room. And then Ryan came back to the room and he just got changed.
He came to us.
I went out. So we went for pints in Yates at 11:30. I think our first pint 12 maybe.
Well, I was there for the first one.
You were.
I
Had pictures,
I
evidence.
couldn't stomach it. All I could think about was laying in that pissy toilet being sick and no. I
And
think
then,
I need to go home here, lads.
well, ruined you basically were ruined them all night. You ruined yourself because I did say it's a marathon here. You'll see who's standing tomorrow night.
But do the best way it is, but I didn't behave any differently on my stag as what I had done everyone else's stag. I went to Mark's stag.
Yeah.
We went to Glasgow, which is a shithole, by the way.
Is it? Never been.
It's not safe at all. It's really.
All happened when I was 19, sorry.
It's not a safe place, like, but
Yeah.
I went there, grand the whole weekend, flat out. Last one was first one there, last one standing again. Went to Stephen's stag, Grinch.
Yes.
He wasn't there because of COVID. He came the time off. We went to his to Santa Paula.
Hold on, he didn't go to his own stag?
No, the mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's I'm getting to that point here now. I slagged him for not coming out the first night.
Yeah.
Because we went to this wee bar, this class, sat on the front of the beach,
Yeah.
and the boys they owned it, was from Cork or something, so they got the dentist chair out and started pouring this caramel foggy on down his throat, and it got to about 9 o'clock and he never made it out. So I slagged him the whole time for it, and then of course I didn't make it out to mine.
Like we were having them pints and you were gone. Like, at what time did you leave? I think you tried to eat. Did you try to? You sipped the first pint and then you
Sipped the
couldn't,
first pint,
couldn't stomach
yeah.
it. And then we started hammering you on social media then.
Yeah.
So then we went. Me and your all left that bar. I think it was only me and him sat, and one more. Brad sat with us as well. Because Sturdy kept going about. Mark came down for a little
Mark kept
while.
on coming back to me.
Aye.
So
we did.
I don't know why, I actually trying to sleep.
You were trying. We thought you maybe got a sack on in, but you ended up didn't. And your mum, we were sitting in.
Phone was going mad too.
Aye.
It was vibrating like mad. People just leave me alone. I had the answer go, well, I'm fine, I'm just dying, just leave me alone.
Where are they got that? Where are they
But
got that?
yeah,
We were in that. Was it Roxy's? He called this bar. It was like up the stairs.
Roxy Sports Bar, yeah, it was a great shit.
And we'll put a picture of all of us saying that the PSE were out and Tommy's at home not well, and your mum texted me saying like, lay off him a wee bit. I was like, lay off him. No problem, no problem.
No, I didn't really know anything about that. Like,
That was some night, mate. That time was brilliant. Again, because you yourself COVID, we hadn't.
funny, because I remember Sturdy falling asleep and getting up on the Saturday morning, and he scrub walked just past me. And like, I don't know how he could even see, and he walked.
Tesco's.
There was a Tesco's right beside it. About 5 minutes later, he came walking out with a big leader bought a Southern Comfort for his breakfast and egglet. And I'm going, oh.
I think I know.
How did he even do that?
I was chatting to somebody this actually. Arnie, I was saying to him, he was saying to me like, when I go out, I know my limit, so I know I'm not up for this, I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
But it means then I can go the next day and can repeat that. But it's where again, like yourself, you just partied all night and you couldn't stomach the next day. Or I know if I stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning, the next day was a write-off.
I wasn't even thinking about the next day. I was just going in that moment,
Yeah.
like living in the moment,
Aye.
and not thinking about what I had to do the next day. Because the kids free, the kids were all at home. They were getting door to sort of, I didn't have to worry about can't enough.
And COVID, sure, nothing was happening during COVID,
Yeah.
like you said, so you're
like it's your first day in about a year. Like.
proper blowout, like
Yeah.
on it. But it's no, it was a good time, like as I said. Then I come home this Sunday, I was good. But then I say your wedding, I was your groomsman actually. Your uncle Mark was your best man. But I remember even the morning of your wedding was funny. We all kind of came around. I was gonna stay in my ma's. No, it was Andy's. I stayed in my name with Joe Brown, but it was roasting. One of the day of your wedding.
It was, yeah, because we're all around my house the night before.
That's right.
Remember? And then I think your sister brought up pizzas from McLaren's.
That's right.
She sent pizzas up, and we had a party there. And Mum's and it was starting to get messy. We're like, no, we need to cut this. We need this in the bud. The next day, I was Lord had me here. And then, the next day, I woke up, I was down on the sofa, standing like, he didn't go, me sat on the sofa. Like, so I got up, made him a fry. And I did a bit of bacon sandwich.
Yeah.
On my wedding day. and then he went over and got ready because obviously he had to be with Lauren and stuff like that because he was giving Lauren away.
That's right.
But yeah, no, the weather again, it was absolutely roasting.
There's pictures of us sitting, your uncle was down there about with just a shirt open one day. I was sitting in your garden with the fucking trousers on because they are around my balls, as I say. It was just warm, roasting.
Oh, it was really warm. Especially at 10 in the morning and the drink the night before, sweating it all the way through.
I mean, we were offering you an out, weren't we? Me and Mark.
Yeah, you were.
You sure you don't want to?
You kept on trying to say, "I'm not sure about this. You'll pay for me to go to leave and all that." So, Lord, it was Marty trying to get me to go.
You said the Lord? Well, you're saying the Lord now, right?
No, I told her at the time too. You just confirmed it there now yourself.
I think I told her that night we all went out there a few weeks back as well.
That was a good night too. Like.
Wasn't it? But we ended up saying we were driving up the what do you call it? Le Mans, where you got married. We're basically saying here, you sure you want to do this? Tommy, we'll get you a Stanley, we'll get you a Scotland for a few days, get your head clear and work out what you're going to do and all. But yeah, obviously you showed up like.
No, I know the uncle got the big Range Rover in.
That was lovely.
It was a nice big motor.
Wasn't it?
And, yeah, we just up there, me, you, Mark and Corey. And the whole day was just brilliant.
What I loved about it was we were standing up at the altar and you were fitted with a mic. Was Mark fitted with a mic? Mark wasn't fitted with a mic, sure he wasn't?
No, that's right.
And we were in your ear saying, yes, she, mate, fucking
said something to it, I had to cover it.
Fucking recording it.
I had to cover the microphone on. And actually, funny enough, the microphone, I once did think my mum, she was at doing the speeches, she was a bit ready, she swear of face to me. Actually, I think with the champagne effect that I put on.
She was cursing, you must stop cursing. This is fantastic, keep it going.
And every time I told her to stop, she cursed even more.
That's
I was like, this here, but...
It's my wee son, she kept saying.
The video, we're looking at the video, he covered it up.
Did he?
But I think you could hear like a slight tweak at the very end of it, because he can only go so far before it interrupts the speeches. So yeah.
Mark's speech was good, he done it, the usual one, you know, done it bigger. He says, I remember. That's why I'm saying, because I remember he said, I was leading to go back to the army, and he started crying. I was like, you planned this, yeah? It was fantastic how he done it.
Well, but you know what it is, there's more I think about it. I was thinking about it earlier on today when we were talking about, because we're coming here tonight.
Yep.
I was saying, you know, I think about it, I was only like 5 or 6, and he's come home from the army, and I used to have to give up my bed. Do you know what I mean? He's a grown man here. I used to have to give up my bed for him to sleep in. I was taking the floor and somebody blew up blanket thing or something like that, you know what I mean? Every time.
Your uncle,
I don't know why I was crying for, I just wanted my bed back.
Aye. I mean, I thought about Reach, maybe not. Like when we stayed in Callie's for Christmas. When Callie moved to Lisburn, then we all started going for my mum's round and we all had our Christmas in Callie's house. But then by this stage, I was old enough to go out and drink, so we used to go to fucking Distill on Christmas Eve and radio and all. So there was one year, every year I used to come home. Reach was only about fucking 7 or 8, but he's always lumbered with me head to toe in his bed. And he says I used to just come in when we got him before like 3 in the morning, it was black, steal his pillow, go to the top of the fucking bed. He says he remembers this clear as day and fucking head to toe with his uncle. But we bastard, we used to torture him, so I used to always lift him out of bed and just stand him up.
I remember recently we used to like pick up and like do wrestling moves on, powerbomb on,
big
sofa and all.
Doing that with Alex now. He's Alex loves the boxing now. He's like, but he's watched, I suppose, when he's been a baby, but he's always saying boxing, puts his garden all up and he's fucking, like if you have a toy scrabble him, he gets wired into you, like, he's rough, he loves rough and tumble, you know, but it's, yeah, it's that good, like, but no mate, I think we'll leave it there. I'll be honest with you, I've enjoyed that. Good, as I said, when we meet up, we'll do all that, catching up on all what we used to do anyway, but let's say we'll have a bit more time to think about them at this time and talk about it, so. Yeah,
you can think about it as much as you want, but you only say so much.
Exactly, so, as I said, no mate, thank you for coming on, appreciate your time.
As
I said, and for everyone watching as well, don't forget to subscribe and also give this a share for it as well, as we'll keep growing our audience, so thank you for anyone that's made it to the end, and we'll see you next time. Everybody, thank you for watching, and if you got to the end, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.